So if you're watching this, look at what you're doing to the kid, man. I don't even know who I am no more.
We in the struggle together, son. You know what I'm saying?
Like, do you like call it like Jay-Z Theo or something? Is he like your uncle kind of low key?
Yeah, that's my uncle right there.
You got some powerful uncles.
Jesus.
Diddy's son, Christian, aka King Combs, is now being sued, just like his father is. A woman filed a lawsuit against King, alleging that in late 2022, right before New Year's Eve, King assaulted her on a yacht.
At the dark heart of this sordid affair lies none other than Sean Diddy Combs himself, that rap oligarch turned entrepreneurial colossus who bestrides the dizzying heights like some latter-day Croesus. But alas, even titans as monumental as he can find their fortresses besieged by the unrelenting forces of law and justice. For you see, my titillated turtle doves, dark clouds have massed ominously above the house of Combs, as a grand jury has been convened to weigh indictments most dire against the embattled mogul. The feds, it seems, are closing their iron grasp with escalating certitude, their tendrils of inquiry insidious and far-reaching as they prepare a withering salvo of subpoenas to obliterate any last vestiges of refuge for the beleaguered hip-hop.
No. Hey, yo, we with you.
We with all y'all.
Don't think
I'm glad you with me, though.
You know, don't think we ain't in the struggle. We in the struggle, man.
Magnate. But Diddy is not alone in facing this juristic maelstrom, oh no. For the malignant penumbra of accusation has enveloped his very spawn as well. His defiant scion Christian now enmeshed in the coiling tentacles of civil litigation most grave. An alleged victim has emerged from the lurid shadows, one Grace Almarai, to level sordid claims that would make even the most jaded amongst us verily swoon with horrified disbelief. This Grace asserts in filings most formal that young Christian assailed her person in a depraved incident aboard the Combs family's opulent pleasure yacht during Yuletide revels of the recent past. Tales there are of unconsented caresses, of plying the innocent with tainted libations, allegations so scandalous as to strain the very bonds of credulity. But Grace is not unmanned by such calumnies, my loves. No, she has armed her brittle cause with the arsenal of modern justice. To wit, an audio recording most damning wherein Christian's victim can ostensibly be overheard protesting his bestial pawings in accents of purest repugnance. One shudders to recount the sordid transcript to allow those malign utterances to defile our innocent ears.
The whole mantra, can't stop, won't stop, is like, you gotta be relentless. You gotta have a bit of crazy. You can't take no for an answer. You gotta make it happen. He embodies that. Here's this guy from neighborhood similar to where I grown up that made it to these unreachable heights. Puff was the first one that came through and made us feel like, you know, it was us. It was ghetto fabulous. We took our rightful place at the tables in the boardrooms and the fashion shows, and, you know, we arrived. That impact obviously had effect on all of us and let us carve our own space. And it was like, oh, we could be in these spaces without assimilating. We're gonna be in these spaces as ourselves. To change someone's mindset and take the limits off of kids' dreams. You dream about things, when you see it's done, then you know that dream becomes attainable. Then it's something that you can reach for. It just feels like the ultimate coach. Culture, you can't measure that. It's like you get in there and he'll make you believe that you can do anything.
And yet, rather than retreat into appropriately shamed contrition, the Combs princelings have instead answered these dire charges with provocations most brazen and unwise. For Christian, it seems, has chosen to goad the very leviathans of federal prosecution with lyrical taunts of staggering effrontery. Can you even conceive of it, my cherished ones? While his noble sire faces the imminent thunderclaps of judicial wrath, this callow stripling has elected to release a diss track of breathtaking inanity, mocking the feds with venomous slights while simultaneously maligning any within his family's celestial orbit who might falter in their fealty. Don't bust no U-turns 'cause we ain't frettin', sneers this modern-day Oedipus to the vast machinery of American justice. To all y'all that switch suck my D, he continues in tones of profound vulgarity, aiming his petulant slingshot at suspected turncoats within the Combs constellation. But it gets still more scabrous, my panting poppets. For Christian even had the insouciance to taunt the federal overseers with implications that their investigations have been foiled by the family's sprawling property holdings. When them fetty boys ran in both our cribs, too bad they ain't know we bought the one next door. Oh, the gauntlet has been thrown, the chayote cast across the porphyry tiles, as it were. And who might these rumored traitors be, you sputter with arched eyebrows and fluttering fans? Why, none other than the Carter scions themselves, Jason and Beyonce of the illustrious musical dynasty. For it is these two luminaries, breathlessly chronicled within these hallowed pages before, who have thus far demurred in lending their royal imprimatur to the Combs family amidst its current tribulations. Yes, Jay-Z was once thick as thriven rogues with Diddy, regarded as a veritable kinsman within the palatial Combs household. Christian himself has vouched for the closeness of the Carters' ties, regaling all with tales of how young Sean's own christened name could only pass from Giuseppe's lips by familial prerogative. But now the Carters appear to have shuttered their bonds to the House of Combs amidst its ruinous conflagrations. J-Bone has apparently elected to disregard Christian's frantic pleas for a public show of tribal solidarity, fearing no doubt the pernicious taint of Diddy's scandals upon his own hallowed name. Even his annual gala of Roc Nation Brotherhood has been summarily scuppered, severing yet another link in the chains of patronage and association. So it is that Christian now resorts to the most loathsome gambits, wielding his idle tongue as a mercenary blade to cleave at the very foundations of the privilege that birthed him. For rumor has it, my gasping goslings, that this petulant scion has threatened to divulge every last morbid secret within his gilded ken, to ostensibly atomize the bonds of trust and compact that his own patriarchal line was predicated upon.
Besides your dad, who's like a big homie in the rap game that you look to for like advice, or, you know, when it comes to like, if you need to go to somebody for, maybe your dad's busy closing $1 billion deal or something?
Yeah, I would say Hove. Before I dropped this song, we had a talk, and that inspired me a lot. So
Jay-Z?
Yeah.
I just love how you just threw that out there, like, yeah, Hove.
Nah, facts. That'd be the.
What did the talk entail?
Person. You said what?
What was the talk about?
The talk was definitely worth the money. You know how they was like, yo, would you take the talk or the money? It was definitely worth it. He was just saying, you know, like, to believe in yourself and just always like follow like what's in your heart, like not what no one else is saying or anything. Just do what's in your heart.
So your advice would be, say no to the 500 grand and take the dinner with Hove.
Definitely take the dinner with Hove.
Do you think so?
For sure.
Was this over the phone or in person?
It was in person.
That's so fire.
Yeah.
Like, do you like call it like Jay-Z Theo or something? Is he like your uncle kind of low key?
Yeah, that's my uncle right there.
You got some powerful uncles. Jesus. You got to get Hove on. You got to bring him, like, he's on the new Khaled album. So you got to get him on your album.
Nah, that would be crazy.
He's on the Khaled album.
Yo, Hove, you see this? Need a verse.
If you continue to shun my father in his hour of need, he is alleged to have seethed towards the unrepentant Carter contingent, then I shall peel back the layers of your conjoined house's darkest mysteries and expose you, root, seed, and branch, for the hollowed shams you truly are. Can you even fathom the virulence of such sedition, the Oedipal treachery waiting to be birthed from these sulfuric threats? Why, it beggars the mind, cracks the very foundation of familial piety upon which our society's rotten core rests upon. For what is a dynasty without the omerta of silence, the solemn code of willful blindness adhered to by those within its reptilian folds? Tell your thoughts in the comment section. You are watching Hot Goss. Bye.